Hello guys, I'm Fernando Alonso and this year I will try to win the championship driving for MCLaren Honda.
The pre-season testing is over, now begins the real work for the teams as they aim for the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships. Round one of a tough race calendar begins here in Australia. Anthony Davidson joins me in the commentary box for the first practice session of the season. The teams will be visiting tracks across 5 continents as they battle it out for both the Drivers' and the Constructors' Championships. What race on the calendar do you think the teams will have a special eye on this year?
Well, I think the teams will be looking forward to the Mexican Grand Prix, which is being held back at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez in Mexico City. It was last run way back in 1992.
So here we are on the cockpit of the MCLaren Honda, the car which we will drive this year. We have the new engine, a new very powerful engine. It's a true diamond. So I guess we will win the championship this year, and if not on the first race, we will try to win races as soon as possible. So here we are on the qualifying lap. We actually have made our second qualifying lap so far, but now we are through to our last before the fuel has run out. So we will try to be as fast as possible, going through fast corners, fast chickens. So now through the end of the first sector we are actually 3 tenths down on pole position, so we are not looking very good at the moment. This MCLaren Honda seems quite slow actually. And now we are through the second sector. We are approaching a very fast chicken, and now we will try to be in 6th gear through the end of this fast chicken, and now through the shank, straight, before braking hard. We got to the corner like a treat there, and anyway, driving through the penultimate corner now, down in 2nd gear. We had a little bit of lock up, but now through this last straight, opening the DRS through 7th gear and 280 km per hour, and we end up in 7th position actually, but we end up in 9th position actually, so not the best position ever, but at least we out-qualified our teammate Jason Button. Anyway, we will see how the race will go.
Hello and welcome from Albert Park, Australia for today's race. And I think it's shaping up to be a classic. What a great start to the season for Nico Rosberg. He's on pole for today's race. He'll be delighted with how qualifying went yesterday, but knows there's a lot of hard work to come before he can secure that race win.
Well, Nico will be focused on the task at hand. He's on pole position, he's proven his speed, and if he can just stay out in front, he should be able to create a gap. So I think he's got a good chance of victory today, as long as he has no car issues along the way.
So what would you have been doing overnight if you were Lewis Hamilton to make up the time difference that he needs to make up based on yesterday's qualifying times?
He clearly has a pretty good balance in the car. He just needs to work out where he can squeeze an extra 10th or 2 to make up the difference.
So here we are on the grid, the lights are going out and away we go now. And we actually got a pretty terrible start comparing to Hulkenberg, who passed us like we are not even there, but a Ferrari and I think Ricciardo had a very poor start, so we are actually on 8th position now, and we will try to dive from Hulkenberg at Nasr, maybe Vettel. No, we cut the corner a little bit. Now we are side by side with Felipe Nasr, and we actually passed him his position, so we are now on 7th position. Let's see if we can dive bomb him. Yes, we can do. Still side by side, but we got a terrible traction out of the corner, so we are still on 7th position. Now heading on to this heartbreaking turn, and we had a little bit of lockup, but that ended no problem for us. And it's Hulkenberg behind us. He will try to pass us from the outside. We got the sideline, but Hulkenberg passes, and now Maldonado, and Hulkenberg crashed to Maldonado. I think we have to catch a replay for that. So as we can see, we run on board with Hulkenberg. He passes from the side and actually crashed. Now on Maldonado on board, you can see how Maldonado couldn't do anything about that. From a few times it's not Maldonado's fault, but anyway, we shake our hands. Now frustration, and what is happening there? There's a lot of canards ahead of us. I can't believe what is happening, and somehow we are actually in position 4th, so we will try to see a replay. This is Perez, and who crashed Vettel, and you can see now Vettel crashed Rosberg. I don't know what exactly has happened there. You can see that now Toro Rosso has crashed Vettel too. Anyway, I don't know what exactly happened there, but that ended no problem for us. We are on position 4th, and Lewis Hamilton is into the pits, so we do an amazing job right now. We are on the podium position on this MCLaren Honda, the power of dreams. You know, we are running on the power on dreams. And now cutting on to lap 8, our tires have gone off the cliff, and who is this? This is I think it's Kimi Räikkönen behind us, who we have lapped. He's actually on the last position, and Bottas is going slowly there, and I think he broke his front wing. He somehow broke his front wing, so out of nowhere we are now on position 2. So this is great news, and we will try to change our tires. Our tires have gone off the cliff the last few laps, so we'll go for a new set of option times, and I think also Massa has speeded. Anyway, we are for our first pit stop, 2.4 seconds, so decent stop for our new pit crew, and we're joined on track. I think we'll stay in 4th position. No, we don't. We actually got past from Verstappen there. Verstappen on his debut. So we are now running on 5th position, but now cutting on to lap 14, you can see Hamilton, after crashing out, going on a pit stop on lap 1, he now passed us. And so on lap 16, we are now on our last pit stop for our prime tires, but what is going on there? A Force cylinder is stuck into the pits. Oh my goodness. Leave me space to go out. I can't believe what's happening there. Anyway, you can see on my latest video about these grids. So we will try to load a mid-season save. But now we are again, unfortunately, on lap 7. Bottas hasn't crashed out, and now Kimi Raikkonen has passed us. So that's terrible news for us. We will have to make half of the race again, and now we'll pit on lap 9. We couldn't end the race like that. I had to do the mid-season load. Thankfully I did the mid-season, otherwise I would have to restart the whole race. So that will be our effective first pit stop, and Jason Button is behind us, who is held up a little bit. Anyway, 2.4 the pit stop again, and we're enjoying on 4th position. So unlike the first time, Verstappen hasn't passed us, and now on lap 12 Lewis Hamilton has got behind us. We'll try to squeeze him if possible, if necessary. And Vettel has crashed out again, so Vettel is going lap twice, and now on the end of lap 12 you can see Hamilton flies past us. We have no traction, and our engine is hot, but Perez hold Hamilton up, and we are now on position 3 again. So great Perez. It's now on lap 16. Maldonado and Perez again holds me up, and don't know what's going on there. I think it's Perez who hold up Maldonado a few laps before. So these two guys are holding me up. That is not good, it's not ideal, but we end up passing them. But now lap 17, let's pray there's no Force India holding us. And as far as you can see, yeah, there's no car in the pits. So that will be our last pit stop for the prime tires. Let's see how it goes, and it's 2.5, so decent pit stop for the McLaren crew. And we're joined in 4th position, but effectively we will be on 3rd because Hamilton has one more pit stop to do. So now cutting on to lap 25, you can see we are 7 seconds behind Felipe Massa, but Hamilton has caught us and he's 1.8 seconds, but you can see on the next lap, thankfully Hamilton got squeezed by back marker, so the distance is almost 5 seconds, but now heading go to the end of the penultimate lap, Hamilton has caught us, and now on the end of the race we squeezed Hamilton a little bit, who tries to outrace us from the outside, but we got this checkered flag, and oh my goodness, it's our first podium driving for the McLaren Honda, and of course we celebrate it. I thought I will win our first race, but a podium is always good. But actually our race pace was pretty terrible. I think I got betrayed. They betrayed me. This McLaren Honda is so terrific, I can't believe it. But anyway, I am engaged, and I still managed to finish on podium position, like I did with the Fiat on 2014, and the Williams guys finished on 1-2, so amazing race that was for them. And anyway, we will still try to win the championship, and see you guys on my next video trying to win in Malaysia.